Bueno, Ney, creo que prácticamente nos dijimos todo personalmente cuando te tocó irte al país. La verdad que acá te seguimos extrañando. Nos gustaría muchas veces seguir compartiendo los mates.
¿Neymar tendría espacio en el 11 de Argentina?
Neymar tiene espacio en cualquier 11 del mundo. Solamente en Brasil no está en el 11 titular. Una locura. Neymar, un jugador distinto, de esos que ya no están más.
Do Brasil, do jogo, da alegria. Tá, Neymar, ele. Acho que eles têm que jogar até que eles possam, porque é uma alegria muito grande.
Papá, muchas gracias.
Imagine if Liverpool fans suddenly worshipped a Manchester United legend, while the Stretford End absolutely despised him. Proper madness, right? Well, the single greatest gut-wrenching shock in modern football is happening right now in South America. The entire nation of Argentina genuinely loves Neymar, whilst half of Brazil absolutely loathes him. It's a psychological enigma that defies everything we know about football tribalism. Over here in the UK, we get bitter rivalries England versus Scotland. The North London Derby, you expect pure animosity. Yet in the most volatile rivalry on the planet, something entirely unnatural has taken place. Back home, Brazil's iconic number 10 is bombarded by brutal media campaigns. They've turned the most naturally gifted baller of our generation into a national villain. But right across the border, Brazil's ultimate enemies are queuing up to defend his honor. Take a stroll through Buenos Aires today and ask local match-going fans about Ney. You won't get cheap banter about his diving or his haircuts. Instead, you get a profound, almost sacred level of respect.
Straight into the enemy camp.
This bizarre respect isn't just coming from casual fans in the pub, it's coming from the absolute elite. Lionel Scaloni, the tactical mastermind who won the World Cup for Argentina, didn't stutter when he told the press that Neymar is unequivocally the second best player on the planet, sitting comfortably right behind Messi. But the definitive image that unpacks this mystery happened after the 2021 Copa America final. Brazil had just suffered a heartbreaking defeat to Argentina at the Maracanã. Neymar was visibly destroyed, yet in his most vulnerable moment, where did he go? He didn't hide in the Brazilian dressing room. He walked straight into the enemy camp. The unfiltered footage of Neymar chilling on the concrete steps of the tunnel, laughing and sharing jokes with Messi and Paredes, sent shockwaves across the globe. On that night, the Argentines proved they can see what the Brazilian public has completely forgotten: the dying essence of pure street football. Even Sergio Aguero routinely cuts off toxic trolls on his Twitch streams to fiercely defend Neymar, saying he plays with pure joy and brings happiness to a sport that is getting far too stale. So why do the Argentines back him while his own people reject him? It comes down to culture. Argentina idolizes the potrero, the raw, gritty dirt pitches where cunning, audacious street ballers are born. They worship Maradona for his flaws, his chaotic nature, and his refusal to conform to the sanitized, robotic expectations of the modern game. Sound familiar? In the UK, we understand this perfectly. Look at how we treat flawed geniuses like Paul Gascoigne or George Best. We love them because they were authentic. To the Argentine mind, Neymar's flashy stepovers and refusal to stop showboating isn't arrogance. It's pure courage. It's the last flickering flame of old-school South American football fighting a lonely war against rigid, over-tactical European academy systems. Javier Mascherano, who did the dirty defensive work behind Ney at Barca, said Neymar's true greatness is his indestructible mentality. The bigger the game, the louder the boos, the more he aggressively demands the ball. He simply refuses to hide. Outside the hypercritical borders of Western Europe and Brazil, the narrative completely flips. In the international market, Ney doesn't carry the baggage of tabloid gossip. Take Asia. The Chinese public is captivated by his swagger, forming massive digital shields on social media to defend him from Western critics. In South Korea, when the Brazil squad turned up, it was absolute chaos. Son Heung-min, a proper Premier League hero, actively sought out Neymar in the tunnel just to swap shirts, telling the press the Brazilian was his ultimate idol. Even in the Middle East, his move to Saudi Arabia was treated like a royal state visit. But the craziest stat? Look at the FIFA Ballon d'Or voting breakdowns. His highest votes never come from cynical European journalists. They come from international captains and managers of smaller nations, places like the Dominican Republic, Liberia, and the Philippines. To communities watching strictly on TV without the toxic tabloid noise, Neymar is the living definition of football magic. In France, the French press blanquement Neymar l'animate de post when one lights FUSG cement and Biator and calling Jose Marintian. When he left in 2017, the adoration turned in one, which eventually softened and all meant to metronic lives to say much was to plus have read the same place, but it was become updated to a live new doingness. Then I lost God service up as month within. We got only one them.
When
Western world I see a man who would rather get kicked 10 times in a match than pass to the Argentines as low tier centers the Argentine like a reality TV villain, completely oblivious to the fact that we are watching the final days of an Arteta. Simply not really mentally oblivious to the fact that we are watching placeable aerodrive football. Meanwhile, the old enemies in Argentina sit back, watch the chaos, and quietly smile. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.